What up, though? We are back again for episode 3 of Getting to Know cowboybebop and my journey through the anime, the wonderful world of anime, I should say. So we're gonna continue with where I have watched a lot of my anime from, with talking about the effect that Cartoon Network and Fox had on us as kids, as far as the amount of anime that I've watched between, I'll say, like 97 to 2003. Around that time is where Toonami was showing a lot of anime, and so was WB. Fox and wbkids and things of that nature was showing like all type of stuff. So we got things like bobobobo, cardcaptorsakura, which was such a dope anime. Cardcaptorsakura, I really enjoyed that. That would be my first. Honestly, that was my first collectible anime outside of like Pokemon, where you got to catch them all. Was Cardcaptorsakura. Cardcaptorsakura was so dope. Honestly, it's one of those things where they should have continued it, and they probably need to redo that one. Honestly, I think it'd be a big hit with the kids, especially since the Fate series had came out, Fate Iliad, which is it's a spin-off of Fate Stay Night, but it has the Cardcaptorsakura feel, where she's like capturing all the spirits and then using those spirits to fight and capture the other spirits. So that is one that definitely should probably get a remake and make a comeback. You also got Cyborg 009. That one was really dope. Dragon Ball Z, of course, which is one of the biggest shonens to ever happen. Hell, Japan is still eating off of Dragon Ball Z as far as like money goes and its popularity. So that is definitely one that got a lot of love and continues to get a lot of love. And people that know me know how I feel about Dragon Ball Z. I understand why it's popular. I understand that it fathered and ushered in a lot of shonen. Even though there were shonen before it, it was the one that garnered the most popularity in the US. The story is mid at best. Character development is super mid. But this isn't a bash Dragon Ball Z. I'm gonna give it its flowers. It is what it is. Regardless of what my personal feelings and thoughts are, it is still considered greatness, and I will give it that acknowledgement. Point blank, period. Then it gave us great samurai stuff like rurounikenshin. Then it gave us inuyasha, which was another great one. If you woke up in the middle of the night and that theme song was on, cool. Or if you stayed up and that theme song came on, you knew you stayed up way too long. Then it gave us like space adventures like outlawstar. You had gforce, Robotech. You had hamtaro, tecnhimuyo. I don't know if I said that. Bigo, which is probably one of the greatest intros for an anime, next to yuyuhakusho, because it gave us that too. Yuyuhakusho was such a dope anime that we would consider Bleach to kind of be the spiritual successor of that, but Bleach does not hold a candle to Yu Yu Hakusho and its greatness. And Yu Yu Hakusho's intro in English and in Japanese has the same melody, has the same phonetic tone, and it's just, man, it's still great. You'll still catch people singing that junk any and everywhere. And shouts out to my boy Mike Jack, because he actually has a song called Yusuke Urameshi, and whenever he performs it, he has the crowd perform and sing with them the intro to Yu Yu Hakusho, which is great. They gave us shows like Voltron. You had zatchbell. Then they gave us like other collector shows outside of Pokemon. So you had Digimon. You had Monsterrancher. And Monsterrancher, the game, is probably one of the greatest video games I've ever played, just for the simple fact that I got in trouble playing this game, but it's such an amazing game. And the concept, I don't know how that got lost in translation, but in that game, so in the series they had like these disc platforms that you had to go to, and they would find these stone discs and they would put it on there, and then monsters would spawn from these stone discs. Well, in the game, once you wanted to summon a monster, you would go to this stone statue or the stone throne summoning platform, and then it will prompt you to open up your PlayStation 2 and then put a disc in there. So you can put like other video games, you could put movies, you could put music CDs, just anything that had data on it that was a CD you could put in there, and it would scan the data, and then it would spawn a monster from it, and then it'll tell you put the game CD back in there. Man, I had all my dad's music CDs in there. I had like all the movies my mom would have. That like I would go to Blockbuster just to rent games and movies just to put them in the system to see what I could get from them. It'd be games I had no interest of playing. I'd be like, ugh, this game is trash, but it got that on the CD. Let's pop it in, see what I get. And when you got that rare monster, it was such a highlight. Like once I got the ice golem, or I got a demon pixie, or no, not Suezo, because Suezo was kind of normal. Once I got the I think it was the ice rabbit. Oh man, I was going crazy, going all types of nuts. But then you got stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh, you had Zoids, harlocksaga. I love that so much that I actually started going to look for that on my own. The dothack series was masterful. Bluegender, Metabots, fullmetalalchemist, which is still a classic to this day. Samuraichamploo, cowboybebop. Just the list goes on and on and on of like all the stuff that they introduced us to. And Cartoon Network and Foxkids and wbkids was such a pillar for anime in America. It's stuff that we watched that people didn't even realize was anime. Like Speed Racer. Speed Racer is also another one that it showed us on Cartoon Network earlier on in its machination. So yeah, like that dope. So between, I want to say 98, like 97, 98, going to 2003, these were like a major hub for anime for me. But in the next talk that we have, in about 2002, there was something completely different that I did to get my anime, and we'll cover that once. We'll get to that and cover that once next week, not once, but next week, next Monday, we'll cover that and kind of talk about that, because you get a lot of people that talk about, yeah, I remember on YouTube I used to watch anime and it used to be broken up into episodes, and I'm like, listen, I watched anime in a different manner, because that watching anime on YouTube was like a 2004 2005 thing. I was on it in a different way. And like I said, we'll talk about that and discuss it. And also to let you guys know, Throne of Nerds again this Saturday on the 31st at 11 o'clock on Twitch. We will be streaming it. If that's something that you're interested in, I checked the website. It is www.planetwoo.com/throne. So no S, just throne, THRONE. And to sign up, like I said, at the end of the year, we are giving away between $200 and $500. I haven't decided how much yet, but just know it's going to be at least $200. And yeah, tell a friend. If you got a friend that you think might be interested, just send them this video, send them a clip, send them to the website, tell them to sign up. It's free. I'm not charging you guys anything. The only thing that you got to do is just be willing to show up on stream, participate, and that's it. All you gotta do is bring yourself and try to participate and challenge your anime knowledge against other people, because I'm doing a combination of older anime, newer anime, details, undetails. I'm even doing emoji stuff, doing themes, so intros and outros. So just come along, just have some fun and come chill with us. It's fun. It's a good time. We just chilling. We having fun. We rocking out. So again, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. And yeah, just like I said, come check me out. Appreciate y'all stopping through. Peace.